second harvest for one of them, and the other, I don't think we've actually done. We just bought it, and so it's not got any line as far as I'm aware. We're taking the crop as is, and then as soon as we harvest the barley, I'm intending to put corn directly in over the top. So that will be the second, or that'll be a third harvest. Maybe we'll go until the end of the year. We'll lime both of our barley fields once we pull the corn off them. Because that for the field we own, that will be a full 3 harvests. And while with precision farming you don't have to do harvest every, or lime every 3 harvests, I think for the pH levels it's probably a good idea. Because a lower pH level is eventually going to start affecting the crop yields. Okay, I'm just going to jump out and pull out the rest of them. There's only 3. And I might push these over here. Whoa, okay. So now all that we have in this shed is seed, no chemicals. And since we don't have cows, I'm not too worried about storing chemicals in the cow yard area, or the area of the yard that would be devoted to cows if we had some. Oops. Try that one again. Stab. There we go. So we did the planting, we're doing yard cleanup. I was going to do miles. Oh, this is the partial filled one, typical. Stick this on the side, I guess. Don't actually have a small spreader for the farm. We've got the small spray kit, which pretty much spends 90% of its time attached to our Valtra. I could get a bigger one which would give me better duration. But for the most part, I think we're kind of okay with the setup we have. So I don't need a small spreader. Typically, I think you tend to do a liquid on growing crops and solid on bare ground. And if you're doing that didn't work. Okay, let's try that one again. There we go. Yeah, if you're doing a solid from a planter, you tend to be injecting the solid with the seed. Spreader, you just take your chance with where that fertilizer ends up. Alright, last fertilizer tank or bag. And, well, it's on, so that's good. So yeah, we'll need a bit of lime. Well, we might need a bit of lime if we buy some fields as well, but we'll need a bit of lime end of next year. Although again, with precision farming, it's a you don't have to concern yourself too much with quantities because it's a metered application. It puts as much as you need as opposed to emptying the tank. So long as you have it on automatic. If you have it on manual or you haven't analysed the ground, it will pretty much dump the maximum and completely screw up your application amounts. Okay, so leave that under there. Okay, that one's a partial. Typical. What I'll do here is drop that there. Then we'll get the other two, we'll put them in their shelter, or we'll reverse into the fence, because that's also a plan. I don't have the big bag mod loaded. That could be an option for things like the fertilizer and the lime. Okay, so our shower guy is here. I will be taking a brief break to get him where he needs to be, and then we will finish this up. So, fun little time on the telehandler. Like I said, it's all the way from 17. It's not been a piece of equipment I use particularly frequently, but it is actually a fun piece of kit. Okay, looks like neighbour kids across the road are having a water gun fight. Is it 9:40? Well, I guess that's as good a time as any. And for me, this is real world getting into the comfortable time of year. I hate hot weather because it usually comes with high humidity as well, and I just don't deal well with any of that. Okay, might need to lift that up a bit. And that might be close enough for task at hand, and we'll put the other one in front since it's the partial. Alrighty. So that's probably closer to a health and safety preference. Chemicals are in one part of the farm and seed are in the other. Okay, I'm turning the sound off and taking a quick break. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, that's that taken care of. Now, like I said, since the sheep need fed, we'll do that too. We do have a partial box of beets, so I'll take that. I forget, did I make more of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 24, 36, plus, what, 6 at the front, so about 42, yeah, we did. We started out with 30 crates of beets, and if these 6 last us through to early spring, then we should be fairly good with the 30 that we made this year. Problem is his selling time is selling time is midwinter, or late early winter. And because of that, we're probably going to be selling the beets before we know if we've made enough. But we'll be planting a beet field this year, so as we know, that's ready. When was that ready? That was probably ready early fall. First day of early fall, so we only have to worry about getting to the end of summer with our beet supply. Close that again. So how is that field of sheep? That's the Oakfield sheep. They're going to need fresh grass. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. And clover silage. I got some clover silage down on the top yard there. Oh, I need to make sure we're going to use a full bale. What am I doing? And that's gone. Jump over the fence and sweep. I do like these brooms. Especially the further you get from the main yard, because for the most part we're using pallet forks for the feeding operation, and I would have to come back with a different tool just to clean up. I should probably retract that. Okay. So, long field. Okay, so that the grass is full. We're adequate there. Probably adequate there. That is 3,900. That's more than 4,000, or less than 4,000. So I can't do that one. Since the other one's 3,900, probably do silage on that one, and it'll work. So we will do that. I'll go grab the silage from the lower yard rather than drive across that field. Oh, come on. Even this vehicle's struggling up these hills. And I'm not going to fill that top field up for grass. What we'll do is we'll see if it's hopefully the grass in that field will get to the point where it's considered growing. Oh, we have those to move as well. Let's, why am I down here? Oh, why am I down here? These things. Oh, that's why I had all the juddering around, because I was adjusting the fork width. So I need to come back down here and grab that pallet of oilseed radish. And then we'll be done with this vehicle for a while, I guess. I'll move the Ivor Williams flatbed into one of those bays. Hi, doggy. Exactly the right place for that. There we go, and it all disappeared, so that's a good deal. So they've got 3 good ones. This'll last till at least this time tomorrow. And like I said, I'm hoping that grass area will start growing and stop being fledgling grass. So if it starts growing, it should refill the trough automatically, like the other field does. That's why I don't have to worry about grass on the lower field. But that field there was pasture up until about 2 months ago, or 2 seasonal period. Or yeah. 2 stages of a seasonal period. And because of that, obviously, it didn't, I don't think it counted as a grass field that was usable by the season's engine to ensure that the the troughs auto refilled. I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work. Okay, what have we got in here? We have grass, we have canola, we have oilseed radish, we have clover. What's that? Sugar beets, sunflowers, triticale, barley, and spelt. Going to push that over there. And I guess we're going to put this down here. And I'll stack that on top. So one of the nice things about these seed packs are, if that pallet that I just put the oilseed seeds on top of wasn't 100%, it would actually replenish to 100% from the pallet on top of it. So you can always rationalize how much seed you have. You can unload a... Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we'll just put this away then. But you can you can basically, if you're using a small seeder with, say, 100 litre capacity, you can unload the seed you have remaining in it and then just stack the seeds on top of each other, and it will consolidate it all into one. One pallet. Okay, I'm going to move this over. Then I can get out. A little bit close. There we go. Okay. Engine off, jump out. Lots of room to move. Right. So, who's next? We did all that. We've done things and stuff. I think I shut the sheep gate. Yep. Okay, let's go find the Valtra. Oh, there we go. And it's, for the most part, full. So I ended up the previous contract with 47 litres of liquid fertiliser. We put a 2,000 litre tank in our thing, our sprayer. And we're heading out for another spraying contract because they pay good. And we do have a pretty sizable amount of debt because I surprise bought a field before finances said I could actually afford it. But it was buy it now and prepare it, get it fully fertilized. Or take my chances with... take more chances with the yield. Obviously we're taking chances with the yield because there's no line being spread on that field by me. Pretty sure we're up here. Field 35? So we did 36 and tail ender last week. We just got paid, or we just completed it, should I say, as I ended the stream. I will check before we start. Well, I think if I drive out onto the field it will change colour. So this barley field to our right is our new one. It's got all the nitrogen it needs. Actually, that's 32. Okay, where are we going? 35's the top one. Yeah. Next one. So we came out, sprayed that field, sprayed our other barley field, which we'd had sugar beets in prior. And now we just have to sit on those and wait till end of spring, early summer. So basically, you can harvest that at the same time you can plant the last day of planting corn is the first day of harvesting barley. So if we've timed it right, we'll be able to get two harvests in 1 year. And what we're looking for is a supply of maize, which is foraged, as far as I understand it, it's foraged corn as opposed to harvested corn. I might be wrong. So we will forage one of those fields and hopefully end up with maize. And if that doesn't work, then we'll get a corn header and harvest the other one. But I don't actually have any use for corn here, apart from the same row that is grass also includes maize as a food source for the cattle. And obviously there's no grass over winter and early spring, so we need a food source there. And so we're learning new stuff this year. But for right now, I assume this is on, yeah, this is on manual, lowest setting. We've already used 200 litres. Ooh. Might need to make another call out to the store to top off the tanks before the end of this. I don't think there's any other fertilizer contracts apart from this one right now. And if there are, they're probably quite small. Checked recently. Now 32 needs done. That's a good one. And then we've got 37 needs baling. Thought there was another one here. Field 7 needs baled. That's 45,000. So that's a good paying contract. And of course we have all the kit we need for that. And you can never say no to extra silage bales. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. We probably have... going to have to check on down at the BGA, see how long the bales there have left to ferment.